Imagine a country where the government has been shut down for 16 days, leaving federal workers unpaid and essential services in limbo. This is the stark reality facing the United States today, as the Senate prepares for its 10th vote to fund the government. But here's where it gets even more complicated. Democrats and Republicans remain firmly entrenched in their positions, with no end in sight. Will this political stalemate ever be resolved? Let's dive into the latest developments and explore what's at stake. Day 16 of the shutdown. What's happening now? As of October 16, 2025, the Senate is gearing up for yet another vote on a House-passed bill to reopen the government. This marks the 10th attempt to secure the necessary 60 votes to move forward, but so far, no new support has emerged. Republicans are actively trying to sway Democrats across the aisle, while Democrats are holding firm on their demand for an extension of health insurance tax credits as a condition to end the shutdown. It's a high-stakes game of political chess, and the clock is ticking. A new strategy emerges. In a surprising twist, Senate GOP leaders are now pursuing a different approach. They plan to vote on a full year-long appropriations bill to fund the Pentagon, hoping to attach other funding measures to it later. Senate Majority Leader John Thune has expressed optimism about this strategy, but the big question remains, will Democrats play ball? Thune has urged Democrats to allow the Pentagon funding bill to advance, warning that blocking it could backfire politically. But with Democrats demanding healthcare concessions, this remains a contentious issue. The human cost of the shutdown. While politicians debate, the impact on federal workers is devastating. However, there's a glimmer of hope for some. FBI Director Kash Patel announced that FBI agents will continue to be paid during the shutdown, thanks to unspecified funding sources. Similarly, military personnel received their paychecks after the Trump administration tapped into unused research and development funds. But House Speaker Mike Johnson has warned that this is only a temporary fix, and troops could miss their next paychecks if the shutdown persists. And this is the part most people miss. The longer the shutdown lasts, the more families will struggle to make ends meet. The healthcare tax credit debate, a major sticking point. At the heart of the impasse is the issue of health insurance tax credits. Democrats insist on extending these credits as a condition for reopening the government, while Republicans argue that this issue should be addressed separately. Speaker Johnson has been non-committal about holding a House vote on the matter, emphasizing the need for a member-driven consensus process. Here's where it gets controversial. Johnson accused Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer of rejecting a vote on extending Affordable Care Act subsidies because Democrats wanted a guaranteed outcome. This has sparked heated debate, with critics arguing that both parties are prioritizing political leverage over the public's well-being. What's next for the Senate? Today's Senate schedule is packed with critical votes. At 11 a.m., senators will vote on the House-passed continuing resolution to fund the government until November 21st, followed by a procedural vote on a judicial nomination. Then, at 1:30 p.m., they'll vote on advancing the full-year Pentagon funding bill. These votes could be game changers, but with 60 votes needed for each, bipartisan cooperation is essential. The path forward, uncertain and divisive. Thune has offered Democrats a vote on extending health insurance tax credits, but without guaranteeing an outcome. Democrats argue that this isn't enough, insisting on concrete assurances. Is this a reasonable demand? Or are they holding the government hostage? The debate rages on, with no clear resolution in sight. Meanwhile, Thune hopes to wrap multiple appropriations bills into a larger funding package, but success hinges on bipartisan support. Final thoughts. A call for action. As the shutdown drags on, the question remains, how much longer can the country afford this political gridlock? The House-passed bill offers a quick solution, but compromise seems elusive. What do you think? Are Democrats justified in their demands, or should they prioritize ending the shutdown? And is the GOP's new funding strategy a step in the right direction, or just another band-aid on a gaping wound? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going.